they've been bombarding an area in Homs called Khaldi for like 3 hours. They've been bombarding with mortar bombs and tank shells, T-72 tank shells, because a part of a Syrian army defected and went to that place. The civilians went down to welcome the Syrian army. So they bombarded it randomly with mortar bombs and tank shells, tanks, T-72s. In the first half an hour, we've got 40 people dead. Now we've got about 200 dead all around Homs. There's still people underneath the destruction. We can't move them. All the buildings have been filled over bodies, over human beings. There's kids dead, women dead, men dead. We can't get medication into Khaldi. They're shooting at the Red Crescent ambulance. They're shooting at the civilian cars. We're trying to get medication in there. We can't help them. And now it's happening all around Homs. They're bombarding us. And no one's doing anything about it. The UN and the Arab League are just sitting and discussing while we're just sitting here and getting killed.
You say there could be as many as 200 dead just in the last hour or two?
We have 200 dead in the last 3 hours. In the first half an hour, we've got 40 dead in the first half an hour. And we got the video up on YouTube. They've been bombarding an area in Homs called Khaldi with mortar bombs and tank shells. There's still civilians under the destruction of buildings. We can't get them out. We're trying to get medication in there and food in there, and we can't get them in. The snipers are shooting at us.
So
I wanted to go in there and to help them. I couldn't. The snipers are shooting at me. I'm in Baba Amr now.
So how random is this mortar fire? I mean, are you saying that they're just indiscriminately firing mortars into neighborhood?
In the cities, in the narrow civilian streets, on rooftops. I just went an hour ago. I just went on a rooftop to get civilians. The street is right next to me, like 400 meters right over there. I went and picked up 4 civilians who were burning in their house. A mortar bomb came right on the rooftop of a civilian house.
We hear in the background. Is that sounds coming from the mosque? What are they saying in the mosques?
These are the mosques. The mosques are they're asking help from God. They're asking help for people. They're asking blood. They're saying we want O negative in our field hospital. We want A positive in our field hospital. We've got so many casualties. We've got over 500 casualties, and they might not live. We don't know if they're going to live or no. We need blood. They're asking help. No one's helping us. UN isn't doing anything about it. The Arab League isn't doing anything about it. The discussion, and while they're having their little discussion, people are sitting here and they're dying.
You're taking a great risk by showing your face.
Oh, I'm not afraid of this. I'm not afraid of this regime. If he wants to kill me, let him. Thank you. I'm not brave. You should see what people are doing here. People are trying to move bodies out of the street and putting their life on risk. People are getting killed just to move a body from a street. Just to move the body so they can bury them, and they're getting killed for moving the bodies. That's bravery.
Where do you take the wounded? You can't take them to government hospitals. We've heard time and time for months now, those have been taken over by the military and their secret police in the hospitals. So where do you take the wounded?
See, we take the wounded. I'm going to try and explain. We smuggle the wounded. We smuggle the dead bodies into the area I'm in now, which is Baba Amr, which is protected by the Free Army, but the Free Army hasn't got that heavy artillery. All they have are Kalashnikovs, handguns. If they do, some of them have RBJ rockets. That's all the Free Syrian Army has. They can't fight a whole big Syrian army, can they? So they smuggle them into Baba Amr. We have 3 field hospitals here in Baba Amr. We get the injured people here and we're trying to do their best. We haven't got enough doctors. The doctor gets about more than 20 patients in 1 hour. He needs to have an operation. He needs to be buried. He's going to die. They don't know what to do. These aren't animals dying here. These are human beings. Being bombed by mortar bombs, being bombed by tank shells. And no one's doing anything about this. We're just going to sit here and get killed. There's just one message I'd like to get out, that we're not going to stop. The Syrian people are not going to stop if they kill millions. But we will remember that no one did anything about this.
Why have they launched this bombardment now?
Because a part of a Syrian army was on a barricade. A part of that barricade defected. I think it was about 50 to 60 soldiers. I don't know what they had with them. They defected and ran away to a place called Khaldi, an area in Homs called Khaldi. The civilians went down to welcome the Free Syrian Army, to thank them for their bravery, because left the Syrian army. When the Syrian army found out about that, it started randomly bombarding with tank shells, with mortar bombs. It's like they're killing animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women. And no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on. All these footage you've been seeing on YouTube of women being raped, people being burnt, that's all real. This is not a game. This is actually going on. And there's much more than this that we don't know about yet. This government is hiding so much more that we don't know half what's going on yet.